I opened the bag quietly, almost afraid I'd wake her. The smell of perfume lingered, but it was the glittering foil of the champagne that froze my fingers midair. Beneath it, a small packet. Rubbers. I stared, heartbeats slowing, stomach tightening. I didn't speak. I didn't move. Not yet. I had to let it settle in, let the cold truth seep through the edges of my mind. She hummed somewhere in the apartment, unaware. I held the bag closer, studying it like it might explain itself. Could this be a joke? A mistake? My mind twisted through every possible excuse and found none that didn't make me shiver. The weekend she said she was working late, the sly smiles over her phone, the sudden excuses. Every little detail crystallized in that moment. I put the bag down and walked to the window. The city below moved obliviously. Cars honked, people laughed, life went on, and here I was, a quiet observer, holding the evidence of betrayal in my own hands. I didn't confront her. That would be weakness, messy, emotional. I needed control. The anger simmered, cold, precise. I started planning. Simple things first, a quiet observation, every message, every missed call. I would track her with the patience of a predator, not out of blind rage, but calculation. Each step would build the story inside my head until the truth couldn't be denied. Hours passed. She returned from her weekend, radiant with that false cheer she always wore when lying. I smiled, polite, neutral. Inside, I counted my calm as one more advantage. Dinner was silent. I watched her, memorized her gestures, the way she avoided my eyes. I already knew the questions I would ask, though I would never ask them yet. My mind replayed the weekend, a mental map of deception. And then it clicked. Why the sudden change in habits, the extra perfume, the careful hiding of her phone? Every little move was part of a larger pattern, one I had been assembling without even realizing. Later, alone, I revisited the bag. I touched the champagne bottle. My fingers lingered on the foil cap. I smiled slightly. My plan was simple. She thought she was free, unobserved, untouchable, but I had the advantage of time, patience, and cold reasoning, and the truth, once revealed, would be merciless. I put the bag back where it belonged, careful to leave nothing out of place. The storm had begun, and I was already several steps ahead. She walked in, laughing at something on her phone, completely unaware of the storm that had been silently waiting for her. I greeted her with a calm, neutral smile. Nothing betrayed the tension coiling inside me. I had watched, waited, calculated every detail of her weekend, every text, every small indulgence. I had it all mapped out in my mind. Dinner came and went. I poured the wine she didn't suspect had been altered. I said nothing, ate nothing. My eyes followed her every move. She shifted in her seat, uneasy, though she didn't know why. The first signs were subtle. A quick glance at her stomach, a slight flush, her laugh breaking into nervousness. By the time the evening settled, she was quiet, clutching herself. She tried to mask discomfort with fake composure, but the act was thin, trembling. And then the bathroom became her world, chained, alone, humiliated. I didn't gloat. I simply watched, let the truth unfold exactly as I had orchestrated. Hours later, when she emerged, pale, shaky, I spoke for the first time, calm, detached. "Didn't see that coming, did you?" Her face crumpled. Words failed her. Every excuse, every justification she had rehearsed evaporated under the weight of reality. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I didn't reach for vindication in theatrics. I let the silence speak. I handed her the bag, the champagne, the evidence. She looked at me, eyes wide, heart pounding. I didn't need to say anything else. She already knew. I knew. The panic, the betrayal, the realization. It was mine to control, not hers.
"You thought you could hide," I said softly, "but everything leaves a trace." Her hands shook, her voice faltered. She wanted to argue, to justify, to reclaim some shred of power, but the ground had shifted beneath her. Every move had been anticipated, every weakness exploited, not violently, but strategically. I left her there, trembling, exposed. I walked away from the apartment, my mind clear, my pulse steady. The city outside hadn't changed. Cars still honked, people still laughed, and I too moved through it untouched, but stronger, smarter, unbroken. In the end, there was no need for screams, no need for confrontation beyond the undeniable. The betrayal had been repaid with precision, silence, and inevitability. She had suffered exactly as she had made me suffer, only she had no control, no recourse. I closed the door behind me, quiet, cold, final, and for the first time in months, I breathed freely. The truth was mine, the power was mine, and she, forever changed, would never touch it again.